So, how are things going for you at Western so far?
I think they're going much better than they were last year. Because this is my second year here, and so last year I didn't know what I was doing. And this year I have a much clearer idea of, like, a direction. So, yeah.
And what is that direction?
Right now I'm a political science, philosophy, and economics major. And so it's, like, combined.
Wow.
And so, like, I like it because I like all three of, like, it's like the three faceted different perspectives, but they all have, like, underlying themes. And so I, like, from there I can see myself, like, getting a graduate degree in any of those three, or going to law school, or, you know, working for, like, nonprofits with, you know, doing, like, policy work, or doing, like, campaign stuff. And so I like it a lot.
That's really cool. I wasn't actually aware that we had, so it's a triple major. You said political science, psychology, and economics?
Philosophy.
And philosophy.
Instead of psychology.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's like a combined major, so you don't complete, like, a full major in all three. You do, like, sections of each, and they have, like, requirements, and so the ones you do, it's like you have to take the philosophy classes that are more politically oriented, so you don't have to take religion classes, you don't have to take like history of thought classes, but you have to take philosophy classes that are ethics, you have to take political philosophy, you have to take like morality and, like, stuff like that, because those are more political science oriented. Yeah. And so then the economics classes you have to take are, like, economics of labor and economics of the environment and, like, comparative economics, instead of, like, you know, taking, like, finance. You know, you don't have to do something like that.
That sounds like a really interesting major that really sort of prepares you for things to come.
Yeah. Like, everyone always asks me, like, well, what are you going to do with that? And I'm like, well, like, it's not one thing, you know, it's like I'm not going to be a teacher of, you know, physics or something. It's, like, there's a lot of options, and it's, like, a starting point. So,
no, and I mean, you're still early in the process. It's really good to keep your options open, and I mean, you seem really passionate about what you want to do, so I definitely think you're on the right track there.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
So, you said you're a second year. How has your experience changed since the first year you were at Western?
Well, I think the biggest thing is I got to choose who I lived with this year. And so I, like, live in a suite with girls who I knew from last year. And I have a job at the desk, and so it's much more like I feel like I'm involved and I have a place here versus I'm coming in and having to, like, look around for stuff to do.
Meet everybody.
So, like, here it's like I work at the desk, I see everyone, I have a job, I have a place to live with people that I like, and so it's much more like I have a sense of, like, belonging this time around.
That's great. When you came here your first year, were you did you know anyone from, like, your high school, or?
I knew a couple people. One kid, I've gone to the same school as him since like we were in kindergarten, and so we've gone to the same school for the past, like, now 14 years.
Wow.
And he ended up living in, I lived in Sac 4 last year and he lived in Sac 9, and so it was like I've known him, like, my whole life.
That's crazy.
And so that was cool.
Wow. I wonder if it'll ever, like, change when you guys
I don't know,
separate.
because we work at the same grocery store at home too.
Like, what'll happen? That's
I don't know.
That's
like,
so bizarre.
It's just kind of like a norm. It's like, oh yeah, there he is.
Wow.
So
you must really know them. Like,
yeah, like, I've seen him change and he's seen me change, and like we're not super close, but just having that, like, going through the same things with the same person, like,